And in reality, when we get a question wrong, it's like a bullet to our heart. It's like, this is the proof that I'm gonna fail. Like this question. Hello there, welcome back to another episode of The Brain PT. My name is Lily, I'm a neuro PT, and we are here on another beautiful morning. And today we're gonna talk about how do I improve my scores, my practice exam scores. What's the secret of improving my scores? And it's not studying more. So we tend to avoid the things that we're not good at. And we try to focus on things, or we focus on things that we're really good at. NCS, it's not kind to people that avoid their weaknesses. There's going to be a lot of trouble topics covered in the exam. Now, when you go through the process of prepping, we, study, we have our notes, we have everything, and then we have what's called the practice exams, right? You have it as a shepherd book, you have it as your whatever the platform you're using, practice exams, you have it at the description of specialty practice. So all of those offer some sort of practice questions. And sometimes we get our results, and some of those platforms get you the explanation. Some of the other ones might not give you the explanation, but the importance of it is that it gives you data. Data, it's necessary to help you know where you're strong and where you're weak. Because a lot of the times is that if I have worked with a ton of people post-stroke, I think maybe that my knowledge in stroke is really powerful. And when I'm trying to apply the knowledge of other sort of interventions about stroke that are in the literature, etc., the practice exams are telling me that I really need to go back and review the content. So practice exams are going to give you data. That's the first thing. Now, the second thing, when you are taking a practice exam and you review it, you will discover if there are any patterns, okay? Now, what do I mean? Here is where we introduce the concept of, are you struggling with content or are you struggling with the strategy? Because the NCS in reality, it's a combination of both, but it's an application exam. It's a strategy exam. How are you using the information and applying it to the exam? And I think it's a mistake. It's mostly always both, but sometimes we see more of one than the other. So today I'm going to teach you how to utilize this concept to improve your studies. Now, concept is easier to map out because when you see problems with concept versus strategy, you just review stuff, you go through the flashcards, etc., to solidify that knowledge. Strategy takes time. You need more practice problems, you need more practice questions, you need all of, reviewing the length exams, reviewing those answers that you put. That is the strategy. It takes time. So now the other thing is we need to be okay getting questions wrong. And in reality, when we get a question wrong, it's like a bullet to our heart. It's like, this is the proof that I'm gonna fail. Like this question. And then the next question, you get it wrong. It's like, that's another proof. Like it has been supported through the evidence. It's so painful and it's a spiral mindset. I know what it is. So again, why? Because we want to avoid what doesn't feel good, right? We want to avoid at all costs those feelings. Now, how do I know? Like if I'm studying by myself and reviewing an exam or going through an exam, how do I know that I'm struggling with content versus strategy? Content straight up is like when you're reviewing the question that you got wrong. You straight up are going to say, I did not know this. Like this concept, I did not know, this concept in this answer choice. If you really can pinpoint that quite easily, that's a content problem. This happens a ton at the beginning. And this is one of the reasons why I decided of doing, that neuroanatomy workshop, because at the beginning, it's a lot of the content that you need to know to apply it later on. Now, if you're listening to this video around this time of the year, which is October, November, I offer a workshop on Neuroanatomy Simplified. So that is just reviewing the key functions and structures of the nervous system, just to build on that foundation. Going back, strategy takes time, right? Reset. But strategy, how do you discover that's the problem? You knew the content behind it, but for some reason you didn't read the question right. You did not eliminate the answer choices that were too extreme. You did not eliminate the answer choices that were probably like an opinion. You simply did not eliminate the answer choices that were completely incorrect. You didn't reason properly. You didn't apply the concept properly. So that is the strategy. In strategy, you need to go a little bit slower when you are learning how to utilize your testing strategy. You need to go slower. And the worst thing is that when we're studying for NCS, we don't want to slow down. We want to be rushing. We see everyone doing practice tests and moving on to topics, and someone else is already like way ahead, and I don't want to slow down. But you need to absorb the content. Otherwise, you're not gonna apply it correctly. You need to internalize the content. And how do you do that? You need to review those practice questions, review those quiz questions that maybe the program offers. Slow it down, take your time, and do more problems. Are you able to eliminate proper answer choices? All of those things are strategy. Are you able to break down each question? Please utilize the highlighting method when you are, reading the question, because that happens in the NCS. You highlight, and now your brain, it's kind of like categorizing what's in the question. So remember, quantity, it's not better than quality. Okay, you need to bring in quality into your studying. Like the idea that I'm spending all day, 1,000 hours studying this topic, that's gonna give me a good score. No, that's not the case. You need to introduce that strategy. You need to slow down. You need to really internalize that learning. If you're not studying smartly and efficiently and allowing yourself to learn the content and applying it through the strategy, you will not see an increase in score. So you need to slow down. So we all know, walk before you run. Focus, spend time, because think about it as an investment to your studying. We learn from our mistakes. So slow down through your studying and analyze why you made the mistake, and start differentiating if it was a content or if it was a strategy. If it was a content, review the content again. If it's a strategy, just keep practicing those problems. And remember, if you're able and have the resources, ask for help. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.